I am so tired of watching all of this Gavv and Gozyuger and all these featured topics. I am so sick of catching up on all this tokusatsu.
But that's your favorite. You said you hated watching shit week to week.
I was gonna say
it worse.
I was gonna say you wouldn't have to catch up so much if you'd watch it every week and be consistent about it.
But that's so boring. But I also don't like. But I also don't like binging. Is this what I am? Nagging and boring?
I mean, you are close to 30, so
your taste is questionable.
Close to 30, while the rest of us are well above that.
I know. One of my coworkers always says to me, he's like, Lane, how old are you going to be soon? I'm like, oh, 36. He's like, you're almost 40, and I just give him a death stare, like, thanks.
Well, no, Lane, that just means you're going to reach your third and final evolution line.
I got a month before I'm 39. Everyone shut up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I turned 37 in 2 weeks.
Wait. Hang on. Give the roll call first.
Connect. Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect.
Show running super savant.
Level up.
Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loudon online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Ultra Guard.
Combining the power of Toku and anime. Redcaster, Cho Raven.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 538.
It's Pokemon Muppet.
It's episode Throw! Which is hilarious because today, the day we're recording this, was Summer Game Fest, and one of the games they announced is called Felt That, which is literally Muppets Punch-Out!
Okay. So I just realized that when I turn 37 next year, that's the level that a Slowpoke needs to evolve into a Slowbro.
Oh, so that means Slow Lane is going to evolve into Lane Pro.
Hell yeah! I fucking love Slowbro,
Who are
man.
we kidding? He's been Lane King all along.
I don't want a shoulder on my head.
But it makes you smart!
I do not want a shoulder combined with a king's crown.
Something that Shelter is constantly like chewing that
King's Rock and be traded to someone.
Just be the Galarian version of Slowbro and have the arm cannon.
Oh, there you go.
Hell yeah, I love Galarian Slow. I have a shiny one. He's flesh colored. It's weird.
Hey, Artemis.
It is.
No, I remember I was so excited to see what the shiny one was going to look like, and I was like, why is he flesh colored? I'm like,
Please no, man. I don't want to be flesh colored.
Oh, ripping friends.
Oh, I finally get that joke. It's man.
Yeah,
man,
and boy.
Oh.
Then there was, I think like the other ones were, it was man boy or something, and yeah, RoboCop. I fucking love that picture, dude.
Yeah, well,
honestly,
I think you found Lane's desired final form.
Oh no, that was from like years ago, dude.
Oh fuck.
Honestly, all I remember is the band hot dog scene and the chicken episode from Rippin' Friends.
Oh yeah.
Look out for that orifice!
The ovulator.
Yeah, the ovulator and Citroset and Stinky Butt.
That show was fucked up.
Oh, it's so funny though, dude.
Does that show count as tokusatsu?
No.
Oh.
The sad part where they don't think that their mom is a woman.
Okay, anyway.
Anyways,
we're getting off topic. We're a bunch of Canadian broadcasting television shows.
No, we're a bunch of ripping friends who get together.
I was going to say that.
Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing.
And this third thing, since it's the start of a new month, it's we're starting to get our schedule back on track. Which the first of the month is usually going to be a Kamen Rider topic.
I was going to say we're starting a new month by ending something that's been ongoing for a while in our topic list.
This month is essentially us this month is essentially us ending things and starting a really cool thing at the end of the month.
Neat.
Maybe it might involve someone in our basement. because he's finally free.
You did not let Matt out, did you?
No, I didn't let Matt out. I let Mike Dent out so that he can go to Kaiju Brooklyn.
Anyway, so this week we're talking about Gavv episode 37, Gozyuger episode 15, and our feature topic is episode 6 and 7 of Kamen Rider Outsiders.
Yes.
Episode 6, really cool. Episode 7, we literally gave up.
Also, Ultron's been out in Marvel Rivals for a week, and I fucking love everything about him.
You could say Lane's currently in his Age of Ultron.
Yeah, no. Well, Ultron is my
Lane
favorite
never
Marvel
left his Age of Ultron.
No, for real. Ultron's my favorite Marvel character of all time.
Alright.
Alrighty.
It was news mode!
We got some news.
News mode.
Alright.
News mode, activate.
So, right before he debuts, when this weekend's episodes air, we have the reveal of Goju Polar's actors.
Okay, why does he look like Rakia and Hanto fused together?
Oh my god.
You wanted to say fuck, didn't you?
No, I said
yes.
fused together.
Which is hilarious because the character is an illegal love child.
I thought it was Rakia's actor first. Like at first, I was thinking, is he being another Sixth Ranger? I'm like, good for him.
You know what? I'm gonna name him Marky. If you get that joke, good for you.
So I watched this week's episode, and Goju Wolf's in the preview, but this poster here kind of gives the vibe that Goju Polar is replacing Goju Wolf as the protagonist.
Yep, definitely feels like that.
That seems to be what's happening.
No, yeah, because I think when we talked about his character last week is that he shows up and he's just like, no, I'm the true champion of the world.
Well, sure, a lot of characters show up and think they're hot shit, but it seems like the show is actually facilitating that.
Well, no, like the show has already emphasized that, like, he was around before everyone else.
Okay.
He got stuck in limbo somewhere.
He's the true number one Gozyuger.
All right, so let's get into this. So Kaiki Kimura, who is an actor and a member of the idol group S/Team Blood.
You know what? Honestly, I was gonna say the man looked like he's a K-pop idol, so
yeah.
It makes sense that you say that he's a member of an idol group.
So yes, he's playing Mashiro Kumade / Goju Polar. And the suit actor, the suit actor for Goju Polar will be Yuji Nakara, who was Geats and Aoninger.
Cool.
It seems that he will overshadow Goju Wolf, teased as the true savior who will save the world.
The world.
And then voicing Gudeburn, the Prince of Ruin, and Bearkuma Go. Is Ken, who was in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I don't remember
He was Jaden.
Oh, yeah, people are roasting here. He's Yuki Judai from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
That's
I wonder
awesome.
if he's gonna get in the boat, jump in the boat.
Alright.
Fitting. It means he's played a character with an evil alternate personality before.
True.
Oh, and that's what the mech looks like in like suit form. That looks good.
Yeah.
I like his really bulky shoulders.
Yep.
I don't know, the suit's starting to look like the actual toys where there's zero articulation.
Uh-oh.
That was my problem with like those Megazord / Changer at all. Like, I don't like how even in Changer form the legs of the Zord jut the fuck out.
Like, those shoulders do not look like, they look cool design wise, but they don't look that great, like, posability wise.
I think it's cool. They're supposed to be like thick shoulder pauldrons.
Well, yeah, but like, you can't really raise your fist up as high as you really need to fight.
I don't know. Well,
You don't need to raise your fist up if you're just boxing.
but what about uppercuts? Well,
You
Go
can't
like
see
Tyson.
You can't see it, but I'm doing an uppercut without raising my hand over my shoulder.
sure.
No, but simple, guys. He's a bear. He'll just eat the no ones.
No, I've actually heard polar bears are like really fucking deadly.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lane. They're fucking bears.
No, there's I like to think there's some like harmless bears. But I've heard like
they're bears.
No, but like I've heard that out of like bears, like polar bears are like some of the most like deadly bears.
Here's the thought.
Tim, I told you to stay away from here. Yeah, Donna, but here's the thing. I'm a bear. I could maul you and kill you.
Here's the thought. Remember how I mentioned last week how these like gold coils along the sword are like, you know, restrictive training equipment?
Yeah.
What if he can remove the shoulders?
Oh, he has like no, like the Ninja Storm Megazord, how it has like that 60-second mode.
I love the Ninja Storm Megazord when it does that. That's my favorite version.
Yeah, so like what if like in order to get into his like super speedy form, he just like drops the shoulders because they're like weighted.
Or it's like Raven, the in G Gundam, the American Gundam. He's like a football player, and then he can like take the armor off, and he's a boxer. I love that shit. That's my favorite Gundam in G Gundam.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Next, debuting in this week's Gozyuger episode, out of fucking nowhere, the Dark Wolf Decaliber Go.
Oh yeah.
Out of nowhere. No, the episode explains it.
Yeah, no, the episode.
No, I just mean that like we didn't know about this before this week.
Oh.
It's a fucking AI generated version of Gozyuger Wolf's sword.
Lane, we won't go into it just yet.
Oh.
Let's just talk about the toy.
I know.
And how it looks pretty good as a toy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Color-wise, I think it works pretty well. It's interesting how like the leash, when it makes the Deca Claw formation, is actually a slightly different mold. Because there's like these spikes all along it.
Yeah.
Looks like something that Don Murasame would use.
I mean,
it's the
it's
same
purple.
colors.
You know what? I would like to take this with like the Belial Rock and just like dual wield them. That'd be cool.
Got one sword that doesn't talk and the other sword that does.
No, well, you have one sword that doesn't talk and one sword that literally thinks he's Ultraman Belial.
It can talk. Yeah, it's shutting him up is the hard part.
So yes, this comes with a unique ring. Well, unique, quote unquote. The Sentai Ring Tegajun Wolf. And then you attach it to the Tegajun to do the summoning sound. And the Dark Wolf Decaliber Go combines with Tegajun and forms Tegajun Bride Blade is the name of the form.
So the Transformer fans will understand this in our podcast. This is essentially our Nemesis Breaker and Leo Breaker attachments. For Gozyuger. So there was a Transformer show called Cybertron or Galaxy Force where Optimus had a combiner ally named Leo Breaker, where his arm would pop off and Leo Breaker would form like this Giga Claw mode for him. And Megatron went, well, you know what? Dark powers, now I have my own.
They did summon Vegas in the chat, apparently. Vegas is here now.
Oh,
he missed us talking about bears.
Yeah. Now you're going to be here talking about the big bad wolf.
The bears go in the woods today.
So yes, anyone who wants the toy version, premium Bandai web exclusive, 60-50 yen November release.
November?
Yeah. You know, long after anyone stops caring.
So, why can't they have these things like ready to go?
That's what I've been saying forever!
But I guess then it spoils what's going to happen in the show. But like supply and demand, I get it. But like all the way, it's premium Bandai, I know, and I guess it takes a while for them to really figure out how many numbers they need to make. But still, like if this is a sidearm, they could have just made this a deluxe toy.
This gives the customer base too much time to lose interest and cancel their orders.
Watch, it finally comes out and like he died, like Ranger X gets destroyed in like the mode.
Ranger X.
His name is Garudo.
Garudo!
Yeah, but I don't feel like saying Ryudo, so I'm calling him Ranger X.
Alright then. Moving on. So this went up for pre-order on Toku Collectibles, a Gozyuger t-shirt that comes with the Go Ranger ring. So this is how you get the Go Ranger ring. You have to buy a t-shirt to get it.
$84 t-shirt.
To quote Lindsay Ellis, thanks, I hate it.
It's okay. Someone will sell the ring by itself for like more than that.
More money.
Yeah, exactly.
$200 ring.
Well,
I just want the Power Ranger ring. That's it.
For anyone who actually might be interested in the t-shirts, they do come in variants of all 6 Gozyugers, which is, I think, actually some very neat art.
But I just want the ring.
No, I just want the Universe Tegazord, and I want the Power Ranger ring. That's it.
Well, you know they're not going to do Pat Ranger.
They didn't
They didn't even. It's coming out in August.
Well, no, like you know, there's not going to be a Universe Warrior for Patra and Ichigo.
No, I think they said. I think Gozu Polar has a Power Ranger ring. So
they didn't even include art of the other mode of the ring in this listing.
That sucks.
Because it doesn't have the other mode; it's static.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a mech.
Just watch it comes with the shirt, but it doesn't twist or anything. It doesn't.
Okay,
that would be the dickest move.
Yeah, that would be.
Okay, that's at least nice. That like it doesn't matter which size it is. The price is like fixed.
Yeah.
So that's
surprising.
Pretty good. But still, though, to have. Like Ultraman does this all the time as well. Like for like exclusive items, you have to buy it for like you gotta buy like a piece of clothing. It's like just why?
Decker found the image. Decker found the image that has the other side of the ring.
Oh shit! I just realized it's Vari Doreen on this sticker as well. It's not even the Vari Baroon.
Those sure are words you said.
It's the second jet that they have, and not the first jet.
Oh, fun! I just got a text saying my Switch 2 is ready for pickup.
Ooh!
All right.
I played on stream last night. Why I'm not getting one for an immediate future.
Although I will say I am crushingly disappointed that Mario Kart World doesn't have Mii's. Maybe I'll add them later.
Sorry, I'm looking at the potato quality image of the other, like, stretched out photo. Apparently, the Vari Balloon is in the other side of the ring.
Fun.
Okay.
Alright, moving on. More info regarding the upcoming Boom Boonger Formation Lap special. Apparently, Jeremy from King Hojer and Don Dorogoku from Don Brothers are cameoing in it.
Oh, they're not the only ones.
Jeremy will serve as the narrator, which kind of fits. Don Dorogoku is working part-time while training his legs in order to become the leader of the Don Brothers again.
And he's only in suit, which...
Oh,
that's a bit sad.
Yeah, there was a post earlier today saying Tsurugi and Sho Ranpo from Q Ranger are also in it.
Whoa, wait, what?
So what is this? Super Sentai Outsiders?
We got 2 of the best Q Rangers in this thing? Fuck yeah.
I mean, Sho Ranpo is already Mad Rex's VA.
Right?
Oh, there's a better image of the Go Ranger ring.
Oh, it's the football!
It's the hurricane kick!
Hell yeah! That's perfect.
I still think it sucks that's not the Vari Baroon.
Well, because it's right there.
Well, you should go Baroon yourself. Anyway.
Nandekuta.
So yeah, this was probably mentioned last time we discussed it, but it's being written by Natsume Moriichi, who wrote some episodes of Boom Boonger, and directed by Hiroyuki Kato, who worked on King Oger vs. Don Brothers.
Remember when we found out in Don Brothers that Jiro was fucking crazy and his girlfriend and friends are all imaginary?
Which honestly made sense, because everyone in that show was cracked out in some way.
Remember when I made the joke about the children being terrified of origami after watching Don Brothers? Good times.
And now we're getting an origami-themed ranger later in Gozyuger.
Oh my god.
And, for the summer movie.
Still.
It's for the summer movie.
So that's going to be cool.
Alright, so this special is premiering on the Toei Tokusatsu fan club later this year.
Oh my god, look at that. It's fucking... That's nuts, dude.
Tsurugi looks very tanned.
I mean, yeah, he's busy being the president of the universe.
Is he the president of the sun?
Sure.
Well, he is the Phoenix.
True. All right, next.
I wish we could put up the gif of Sho Ranpo being hit with the baseball. I love that shit.
Next, we have the toy announcement of Ram's Pudding a la mode.
Oh wait! We gotta find the picture with the creepy face that she doesn't like. There it is. It's got the creepy eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, you're saying like he had like creepy eyes.
The toy.
The creepy eyes that flip off.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Mr. Angry Eyes.
So apparently the Gochizo itself is called the Pudinte Gochizo. Yeah. And that allows Vram to transform into pudding a la mode.
I wonder if they're ever gonna release a DX Rastum gear, but like
cracked.
But cracked. Yeah.
Probably.
Wait, I can do that right now.
You just crack it yourself.
I like that there's a little pudding that comes out of the pudding cup.
Yeah, just like with Valen's Frappe one, there's like a tiny little extra Gochizo that pops out and goes into the bow.
I forget, my sister said the name of it the other day because I showed it to her, but I guess the news article doesn't. Oh, yeah, it doesn't say. You can set this item to the Vram Breaker. Yeah, it doesn't say the name. Yeah, it doesn't say the name. But I like that, like the little separate one that goes in the bow. It kind of looks like it has like a chocolate ponytail. The way the part coming off it looks.
I like the expression that like the little one has. It's so cute.
Like, hey guys, I'm here to help.
Honestly, Ichi, if I'm not gonna lie, it looks like one of your old profile pictures.
I was gonna say it does look kind of freckled, like those little dots under next to the eyes. It looks freckled.
Yeah. You know what? It kind of gives me a Butter vibes from like South Park.
Butters.
You know what? I'm gonna name them Butters.
Oh, gee whiz, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, works with the Vram Breaker. So it's 4,400 yen for this Gochizo, releasing June 21st, day before my birthday.
Woo.
So we also have some more cup Gochizos that they're releasing, which are alternate expression versions of dough pudding and poodoo jelly, and then like alternate color versions of dough pudding and poodoo jelly. Although the
green jello,
the green one of poodoo jelly says prue jelly instead of poodoo jelly for some reason.
Okay.
Before we saw the name of it, I was hoping against hope that was going to be the applesauce Gochizo.
Decker, I need you to take Vram Poo jelly form, and I need you to shop it that green. I need to see that. I want to see what that looks like.
I think someone already did. I've seen it. Someone posted it.
I really like the
Let's go.
That's very bright green.
That looks super. It's like if Necrom was like jelly.
Yeah. No, that looks like if Ben Tennyson turned into a Kamen Rider.
It's always about fucking Ben 10 with you, isn't it, Gar?
Gar loves Ben 10.
You know what? That's Ultra Ben. That's Ultra Ben there.
It's Ben 10,000 snacks.
Oh God.
That one doesn't look too bad either.
But yeah, so these all four of these come in a special 4-pack set. The Gochizo special set cup Gochizo version.
See, this is so good Decker is now with Photoshops. He has foresight because he knows I'm gonna ask him to fucking do a shop.
It's funny. I see the other one that Decker did for pudding.
Flubber custom.
Yeah, it looks like Vram shiny form.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is
that would be Vram shiny if he was a Pokemon.
Yeah. What's interesting about these alternate color versions of dough pudding and poodoo jelly is they're labeled as the Shoma versions. Does that mean Shoma's birthed these ones?
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what people are saying.
But how does he birth a pudding if all the things that he does is Gochizos?
So
again, yeah, he does frappe, I guess.
And he's done that repeatedly at this point, so we know he can make Gochijos for the Vram gear.
I was thinking about it earlier when watching the episodes. I'm like, I'm surprised Bandai didn't think of like a Gochizo catcher toy for the belt that can just catch the Gochizos as they come out.
Under the.
Yeah.
I mean, in a roundabout way, that's what the final form thing is for.
Oh yeah, I know, but like that way we don't have to do it in every episode where it's like, oh, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. He crouches down and grabs.
Don't mind me. I'm just birthing
There's just
Pikmin.
a little pouch ready to go. Just.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
There has to be some like real world equivalent to like make an analogy to, but I don't want to think about the human equivalent of a bag I attach to a woman's genitals to catch the baby as it comes out of the birthing canal. That's upsetting.
So how much is this pudding cup Gochizo set?
So anyway, if you want these 4 cup Gochizos, it's 3,300 yen, releasing June 21st.
Is this premium Bandai or is this a deluxe release?
It does not say premium Bandai.
It looks like it's retail.
Ooh.
Fun.
I might get it because I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, I wouldn't mind if there were more like pudding variants.
I wouldn't mind putting them on my shelves.
What?
Next, speaking of Gavv, we have an update regarding the movie.
The movie!
The movie!
There's a new teaser trailer and details for the upcoming Gavv summer movie. The theme song will be performed by a band called Fantastics. 4 members of the group, Sekai, Soda Nakajima, Keito Kimura, and Natsuki Sawamoto, will join the film's cast.
I wonder if Sota Nakajima is related to Haruo Nakajima.
I was about to say, that name in particular sounded familiar out of that set.
Yep, and this is the same band who performs the show's opening Gut Boost.
Oh, by the way, did you guys listen to the English cover that
Not yet.
that I sent? Pretty good.
That's just Scar. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, based on these images that they've shown to preview these 4 characters, it looks like the 2 on the left will be human, and the 2 on the right, I'm guessing, are like relatives of the Stomach family, maybe, or just like other high-ranking Grenoots.
I am your father, brother's cousin, nephew's roommate. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
So this guy's the dark helmet of the Grenoots.
Different species? Okay, interesting.
They're mutants.
Oh.
Ooh.
They're ex-Grenoots.
Wouldn't it be funny if they were just, like, half human, half Grenoots, like Shoma? Just there's more of them out there.
I mean, it's possible.
Together we can rule, Shoma. With your power and my brains, we could, dare I say, rule the school. Rule the school. Sorry, force a habit.
Alright, so the Gavv and Gozyuger double summer movie special will be happening July 25th.
I like the teaser for the Gozyuger summer movie. Looks like they're going to be fighting a bunch of mooks from Sentai's past.
Nice. Remember that one time there was a monster made of every mook?
Oh yeah, they're all like just, alright, let's do it, and like they're all trying to fight their way for it.
That was one of the coolest fucking monsters Sentai's ever fucking made.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently 4 Rangers are going to be returning for the summer movie as well.
Really?
I should hope so for the Gozyuger movie.
Can we get Zenkaiser back, please?
Who are you? I'm Zenkaiser Green.
Yeah, listen, I want them to make a Zenkaiser show up of every color. That'd be awesome.
I want them to
that was
finally
the plan, but then they fell apart.
Maybe now they'll finally explain the Zenkaiser Black bullshit.
It's just an alternate universe. It's Kaito.
No, but that's the whole thing. Like I said, Zenkaiser Black, that was the joke. He wasn't anybody. He was just a hero.
Anyway, moving on.
That's the later. All right.
SH Figure Arts Shinkocho Seiho Kamen Rider Gattack Hyperform.
What the fuck?
That was something I never expected to see.
Yeah, no, like that's awesome.
Get the fucking hyper battle video form out. Okay.
And what's crazy is it also includes the yellow chest from when he goes hyper clock up.
That's wild, dude.
So, penultimate question. When Kamen Rider Drive type high speed figure art?
Yo, I'd buy that.
When Kamen Rider Gaim fresh orange figure art?
I still want freaking. You know what they could easily do? Probably Kiva Emperor Dogobaki.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first form out of a joke thing that exists. I do have the Kamen Rider Brain figure.
Like, I feel like this might be like their ultimate test of like if this does well, we will do other battles.
Oh, what if they do an actual figure arts drive type high speed? Oh my god!
The thing that Guard just said 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Lane not paying attention to what I'm saying.
That might be the fastest time from thing to Lane says same thing we've ever had.
No, I heard Gar saying something. I just didn't hear him say drive type high speed. Sorry. It's because while he was saying it, I was thinking about it, and then I just was like, oh my god. I think that's what happened. I heard you say it, but then my brain just was processing it, and then I went, oh
and
my
god. And then your brain went,
this?
What if I said it and made it my idea?
Basically.
Yeah, fuck you, Gar. I want it more than you do.
All right, then fine.
Look,
then I'll take...
Decker, you've been here long enough to know the answer to that question is autism.
All right, then in that case, I want the figure arts of Kamen Rider Oz's kangaroo form.
I want Kamen Rider Fake Blade.
Gar said the O's like O's kangaroo form. That'd be fucking cool. Boxing dudes.
Then in that case, I want Kamen Rider Sabaki.
No, fuck Sabaki.
He's getting an acrylic stand this year.
Ooh,
that's as close as I'm gonna get to merchandise.
No, where's my renewal fucking Kabuki figure art? Come on, Kabuki is my favorite rider from Ibuki.
All right, so the figure is 150 millimeters tall, comes with the attack double caliber, hyper clock up mode chest parts, an exchangeable attack Zector for the hyper rider kick finisher.
They really need to make renewal figure arts of all the Kabuto riders in their masked forms.
I would buy masked attack immediately.
I would kill for a masked form Kabuto because I fucking love that form.
I want masked attack because I love the Vulcan cannons.
The fucking cannons are great.
And I know Raven would want frickin' sword.
I mean, the masked version?
I wonder if the swords can combine together so that you can do the actual, snippy snips.
Oh, rider cutting?
Yeah.
Rider cutting.
It doesn't look like it.
I do see there's a little circular thing on the back of one of them in one of the shoulder shots. So I think maybe.
Might be a possibility. You never know.
I always loved about Kagami, like attack specifically, is that he has such a very unique rider kick.
Lane, you're not saying it right. It's Kagami.
Wagatono Kagami!
What do you want, camping?
Camping ni choten ni tatsu no tokoda!
Oh, jeez.
It's all coming back, baby.
Right?
Kagami, the true main character of the show.
No, it's funny. It's funny how Ichi and I we love Tsurugi. We're not a fan of Sword, while Raven loves Sword, hates Tsurugi.
Yep.
Loves the rider, hates the user. We love the user. We're okay with the rider.
Jigoku ni ochiro, choten ni tatsu no tokoda.
And the man who stands at the top of Descending into Hell.
Thank you.
We still need to watch Godspeed Love for the show.
We do need to watch Godspeed. Yeah. I love that movie.
Look, Tiger, my answer has remained the same for a long time. The best thing that Tsurugi ever did was die.
It wasn't even the real Tsurugi.
I've been there before. The best part he ever did was die.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
Kabuto, great show.
So
it's almost its 20th anniversary.
The figure comes with a bonus handshake hand so that he can shake hands with Hyper Kabuto.
Oh, okay. Raven, you might know the answer to this.
All right.
What is with Japanese figures coming with the accessory part of shaking hands with
because Japan is a very polite society.
It's also just really cool to see two
it
badass
really is,
characters do that.
It's just we're working together. It's just a thing.
We talked about the Ichigo and Nigo figures last week, and they also had that. So maybe it's also a tradition they've been carrying on since Ichigo and Nigo.
One of the most legendary pictures
said it's a mech thing.
No, but one of the most legendary pictures in gaming is a shot of Ryu from Street Fighter doing that pose, handshake pose with Cyclops from X-Men. It's fucking sick.
By the way, Marvel Tokon, I was fully expecting right at the end for them to surprise us with, it's actually a crossover with X anime franchise! No, instead of Marvel vs. Capcom 4, we got Marvel 4v4.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of the roster because I feel like this is going to get to like
Capcom dropped the fucking ball in the last Marvel vs. Capcom game. Yeah. So fuck you guys. We're making our own.
Friendship ended with Capcom. Now Arxis is my new best friend.
It's a mech thing.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So
it is in fact a mech thing. Yeah.
So the Hyper Attack figure, premium Bandai web exclusive, 11,000 yen, releasing in November.
Yeah, it'll be like $150.
Yeah. The same price that Gar's about to pay for Giant Metroplex.
Hell yeah.
Next, Toei Tokusatsu Blu-ray project announced.
Uh-oh, Gar
There goes all of Gar's money.
Decker, give us a super nut gif.
So Toei Video announced the Toei Tokusatsu Blu-ray project, in which Toei asks Tokusatsu fans which Toei Tokusatsu you wish to receive an HD remaster.
I am pissed that there is no Metelder on this list.
Not yet.
I guess they decided to put down those entertaining Metelder products.
Hey, Zubat.
Yeah, Zubat. You know what? Just to go for it, Giant Robo, aka Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. Henshin Ninja Arashi, Kikaider 01. You know what? That would personally be my choice, mainly because Kikaider has a Blu-ray, so Kikaider 01 also needs that Blu-ray.
You do not like Kikaider 01.
I know, but still. Akizuma 3, Space Iron Man Chodai. Huh?
It's Akumizer.
Huh. I've always known as... never mind then. Keikatsu Zubato.
You're just terrible with names.
I know. I'm so used to saying other names for these guys. Machine Man. Spielbahn. That's a weird choice. Fuck Jaspion. We're going to give you Spielbahn. Magical Chinese Girl Pai Pai.
What the fuck is that?
I mean, there's a picture of her, like, second from the left on the bottom.
I guess that was her.
Like a magical Chinese girl named Pai Pai.
That sure is a magical Chinese girl.
That. Yeah,
it's from the Ishinomori Fushigi comedy series.
Yes, please.
And Choco Senshin Changeron. Changeron.
Change Ryan.
It's Comrade it's Oja before he was Oja.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, you notice a common thing outside of Giant Robo for all these? They're all Ishinomori productions.
Yeah,
sure.
The man was a genius.
Well, except for Spielbahn. Spielbahn's not...
I don't know which one on this list it is that's like just to the right of Pai Pai, but that thing looks like the halfway point between the Phantom Ranger and Machine Chaser.
That's Changeron.
Oh, I was gonna guess that was Machine Man.
So, Gar, who are you voting for? I really wanted Metelder to be on this list, but since he's not on this list, I'll go with Spielbahn, because Spielbahn had a big budget, and I feel like with an HD remaster, you can see that budget better.
Give me the Kaiketsu Zubat remaster.
I feel like Zubat's gonna get some votes given his recent cameo in Gozyuger.
Hell yeah.
But then again, Kikaider 01 really needs that HD remaster. I feel like they're all going to get it eventually. It's like the Brave series. Like, we've seen them all in HD, and we're gonna slowly get them out.
So yes, for anyone who actually wants to participate in this, fans need to visit the official Toei Tokusatsu Blu-ray Project website and fill the Google form to submit your preferred titles. Application period is from June 6th at 12 JST to July 1st at 11:59 p.m. JST. The top 5 titles will be revealed July 3rd, and a special voting page will then launch, and the winning title after that will be announced July 11th, and then they will open up pre-orders for it on the Toei Video online shop.
You know, I could see Toei doing this just so that they have more of a expanded library for their international releases. Because let's face it, a lot of these shows kind of don't look that great on DVD. Which I found out some Super Sentai shows were getting Blu-rays, and I was like, oh, cool, but they're not being remastered. I'm like, then what's the point of putting them on a fucking Blu-ray?
Yeah, that one. That feels a little weird.
like that's.
I mean,
so,
though,
like,
I guess
cheap.
if you're putting like the unremastered version on a Blu-ray, I guess you get basically the whole fucking show on a single disc.
Yeah.
So I guess there's that.
Like there's that, and there's also like Totally Not Mark on YouTube has explained it a lot. A lot of these shows are like 50 episodes, like 30 to 50 episodes. You know how much film that is?
A lot of film.
That's a lot. You know how much this is really stored? A lot. So to remaster everything would cost more than what they actually have. So maybe that's why they're doing a vote where they're like, this is what we found in our vault.
What should we waste our time and money on?
Yeah, it's like instead of like doing all of them, let's just have the fans pick. Because we can't do them all.
Actually buy.
Yeah.
And if one does well, who knows? Maybe they'll do more.
Very cool.
But seriously, where the fuck is my Matilda Blu-ray?
Someday.
I need my RoboCop. No, I need my Ryan Steele.
Our last news story is something that you guys found and sent to me today.
Yep.
So this came to us from Marui_anime on Twitter. So they're putting out like a credit card, and one of the two of the design options they have are Kamen Rider Kuga themed.
They're really going all out with this Kuga 25th anniversary, aren't they?
Fucking Kuga credit card.
One of them is just
home without it.
One of them is just a shot of Kuga on his bike out in the street, and another is just like solid black but with the Kuga emblem. No debt, no pain. Credit Rider Kuga.
God.
Right.
I'm fairly certain that is the ultimate Kuga symbol more than anything there, but yeah.
I think that's just Kuga's emblem in general.
It's the three horns in the middle is usually the ultimate one. So.
Oh, it is the three horns.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the ultimate. That's why the card's black and it's the gold symbol.
Yeah, it's the ultimate Kuga credit card.
I was gonna say maybe that skin is only for like the ultimate card with the highest credit limit.
Yeah, it's a black card.
It's a black card.
Your first purchase, the expenditure for your first purchase will disappear. Symbolize its debut not airing.
Can it destroy the world? Who knows? But it could destroy your credit rating.
Nice.
Also, they come as coasters as well if you want.
I mean, you can use your credit card as a coaster.
I mean, you can grow your credit to become very mighty, and thus you'll have ultimate credit.
And then you buy a lot of dragons and amass a titanic amount of debt.
Yeah.
Pegasus.
Your credit will become Titan size.
That's what I said.
And then after you clear all your debt, you'll be amazing.
The puns are rising.
You know what? All these puns, that gives a thumbs up.
Well, that's the news.
Anyways, Raven will be getting this probably.
We'll see.
Oh, damn it.
I don't know if anyone outside of Japan would be able to.
You just tap the card, you just hear it go like
You just force the sound effect into whatever thing you're paying at.
I'm sure if you had like a pay app on your phone, you could probably rig it up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Every time you have to, you take out your Kuga. Every time you take out your Kuga credit card, you have to do like the head sheet pose and be like head sheet.
At that point, you just get the fucking thing as a phone case and you just use Google Pay and have your phone make the sound every time you tap.
No, you tap the card and it shows the little 16-bit GIF of Godai giving the thumbs up when it approves.
Yeah, approved by Kuga.
When it gets declined, it's that fear and pain GIF.
I was gonna say, was there ever a moment where Godai gave a thumbs down because then it could just show that instead? If your
no, he was never. He never showed negativity. He was always positive.
But that would be good character arc for him.
No. A good character arc would actually be fucking showing up again.
Ooh.
I mean, he did as a voiceover for a Kuga exhibit.
That doesn't count.
Kind of does.
I still say to this day, he should have shown up in Zeo, never interact with Sogo, but you see him in the background and you just gives him the thumbs up. Just good job, buddy.
Good job, Sogo.
And just Geets would be like, who's that? I don't fucking know.
Some asshole.
Hey, it's Ichi, bro. It's Ichi, bro.
All right, guys, stop sharing GIFs, even if they're at 60 FPS.
Yeah, no, it's so weird.
I don't have Discord as the active window, so they're not animated.
Why was early Heisei shot at like 60 and 30 FPS?
No idea. I wish all
so
writers
good.
did that.
It was the beginning of a new era for them, so they obviously had new equipment.
It was the HD era. All right. Anyways, cool. I just saw it on Twitter and I thought it was funny. I was like, cool, credit card.
What else was there? Apparently, there's more stuff coming to the Power Ranger auction, but it's essentially the leftovers of the leftovers. Like civilian gear, morphers, the Titanium Ranger suit, the Jungle Fury Spirit Ranger suits, the Cosmic Fury Zenith Ranger suit, unproduced
Champagner? Oh boy.
I love him. Love the Zenith Ranger suit.
Statistically, someone had to.
Also, again, go check out more episodes of the Mighty Morphin Reignition. The AI quality is actually really good.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say the Mighty Morphin Power Auction. Anyways, let's go into Gavv.
Snack time.
I love that we're now at the point where there's just an absolute casualty to just like, oh hey Hanto, here's another pair of twins I gave birth to just now.
Hey,
there
man,
you go, bro. Oh, thanks.
Here's more power-ups. Go.
Okay, Gavv, I see what you're fucking doing. I see what the writers are fucking doing, and I hate them so much for working.
Writers? Lane, it's only one writer.
Kamen writer?
Well, I don't know. Shows have several writers sometimes.
Not anymore.
I can't believe that like this whole show we learned about this Granute, this monster that like took Hanto's mom when he was a kid, and like stuff.
And now it's
like,
someone you have to feel bad for?
Yeah, it's like this dog renewed is like, oh, he's so bad. He like did this to Hanto, blah blah blah. Then we actually meet him, and like, oh my god, I feel nothing but sorry for this guy. I'm like, oh,
I really want to see where the next episode goes, just because of the plot point.
Same.
Because I feel like I want to know like the full deal with this guy. Like, is he a recovering addict? Did he get out of it?
So.
And just manage to go and live his own life?
Like, as weird as it sounds, I don't think we're gonna be able to punch our way throughout this.
Hanto will try.
Yeah.
Hanto will try, but I feel like he's gonna realize I can't fight this thing.
No, but like it's crazy. Like even like he like looks up at Hanto and like realize like he like after like finding out like like what he did. He's like I promise I won't run away. We'll deal with this later. And I'm like, fuck. Okay, cool.
But I like that there's good setup and payoff to that scene, though. But we'll get into that because we should talk about how this all starts. And it starts with a 10-year-old. It started when Alien Device. Again, Ben 10 on the mind. A 10-year-old boy shows up, and it's like,
his name's Ben.
His name's Ben. I'm just gonna call him Ben or Kenny.
Damn it.
Let's call him Kenny.
His name is Hiroto.
So Kenny.
Kenji was the name of the adult.
Hiroto Ben.
He's like, please, my dad died a year ago, and our Usagi?
Wagashi, which is like a
Wagashi,
kind of,
that was it.
He
died. His father died in an unfortunate traffic accident.
Car
or like an unfortunate Granute incident. Being turned into
We're just gonna say it's a car accident.
No, as soon as like they went to the store, it's like, yeah, we haven't been getting a lot of customers lately, and I'm just like, gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, that's the other half of that. It's like they're not getting customers, and now I gotta wonder, is he recovered from being addicted to dark treats, or is he still feeding people to stomach, and it's the customers?
Okay, here's the thing.
But then again,
when I watched the episode, my brain parsed this as, we haven't been getting many customers lately. Yes, because of all the mass fucking disappearances that have been happening.
I'm sure that helped.
Less people in the town means less people coming to a shop.
Well, not only that, but Sachika looked it up on Google Maps, essentially, that there are other shops around, so there is competing competition.
Yes, that's the other reason, that there are other similar shops nearby.
Yeah, you know, I like that there is a realistic like perspective on this. Just, we don't really do a whole lot of advertising. Okay, we made you an Instagram page and a website. You know what? We need some sort of theme to this all, which I feel like the weakest scene in this entire episode was just calling up Rakia and being like, "Oh damn, my belt's broken." It's like this led nowhere to the plot.
He was going to go talk to Dente about it, but we're getting like this whole like subplot of Rakia's damaged belt is getting progressed in like drip fed amounts, which I kind of like.
But I didn't like it this episode because, like, you can see it in the editing. They forced this scene in where, unlike, say, Hanto, his bag falling over and he sees the picture of the dog Granute, that felt more. It flowed into the episode better.
It definitely felt like that was set up for, oh, he's going to find him this episode.
Well, not even find him this episode, but like he sees the picture and it sort of, you know, it gets into everyone's brain of like, remember why he started doing this?
Remember the terrible drawing that we thought was Bake?
And it's just like, I like that he still keeps the photo in his backpack,
yeah.
And yeah, he thinks of it. He's like, oh yeah,
also,
there was the rant.
Just real quick, I'm sad that the opening has not been updated with the final forms yet, but hopefully it will be soon.
Maybe when Alamode gets debuts, we're gonna get like all three of them doing like a final form like splash page.
Yeah, and in the Shoma Hanto shipping progression, we get right before the opening happens. There's that cute little awkward moment of them both trying to reach for the dango at the same time.
Dude, I don't want to do it because I know there are people that just listen to the episode. But one of our fans in the Discord chat just put, "Do you think the Granute was offended by how bad the drawing was?"
Oh. I would love for him to just absolutely tension break the entire fucking scene by going, "That drawing's awful."
No, which Granute's that? That's you, asshole.
Oh, that's Carter Bake.
And then I would love.
Doesn't look like me at all.
And then fucking like plot twist of the century. It turns out that wasn't him. It was a similar design Granute.
It was my twin.
That was my brother.
But yeah, they go to the animal zoo, which we're going to the zoo. We're going to the zoo, and we're gonna see some animals.
I actually love the language pun they did that led to that. So like the symbol that they have for the shop is like the character A inside of a circle, which Japanese calls maru because it's like perfectly round. So animaru, animal. So yeah, they just decide to, like, for inspiration, they decide to take a trip to the zoo instead of, you know, Google image searching what animals look like.
No one ever said these people are smart.
Toei has a free pass to zoos.
We need some inspiration to make animal-shaped snacks, so we decided to go to the zoo instead of Googling animals.
I mean, it does sort like, well, again, time difference thing, but it does remind me of Haruo Nakajima, who was the original suit actor for Godzilla, going to the zoo and watching all the bigger animals and sort of getting an idea of how a bigger animal would move around. But then again, that was 1950s. That was the 1950s.
I also like,
you could just Google it, but where's the fun in that?
I also like that, like, Shoma sees a giraffe for the first time and it's like, wow, I've never seen one of those before, and none of the normal people question why Shoma doesn't know what a giraffe is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, oh, you've never seen that before. Okay, you're a little weird, but okay.
What kind of upbringing did you have?
Honestly, I saw the giraffe and I just thought, man, where's Optimus Prime riding that giraffe?
All the people like, how long in the chat right now? How long has it been since you guys went to a zoo? A couple weeks. I also have an 8-year-old, so.
Do human zoos count?
Also, I have one thing this show did that I didn't expect to see that you barely ever see in shows like this is like references to previous like character arcs where like when they were thinking of ways to promote the shop, Shoma, the reason they called up Rakia was because they wanted him to contact the kid who was Kabuto Man, the streamer. They're like, hey, we could use him to promote the shop.
Hey man, can we get him? No, he's busy. Well, how about we just call Rakia just in case?
I mean, as long as we just get him to record a voice line, you can just show the freaking animated avatar doing a thing.
Yeah, he's on Cameo for like $50. Let's do it.
He probably is on Cameo.
Probably.
So I must have blacked out or something, which is, actually that could happen to me. But anyways, I'm diverging. Longo died?
Yeah, apparently Longo is reportedly actually dead.
I fucking
told you. As far as everyone in the show is aware.
There's no sign that he's alive, but I'm not taking it off the table that Longo...
I repeat what I said last week, and just like, there's no reason they did that. They specifically showed the scar getting done across the eye, and then just killed him.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no way he is not coming back and, like, having that my eye aches thinking about it.
If Longo survived, he has told no one.
Yeah.
Everyone else seems convinced he's dead.
He probably told Neville, though.
Neville.
Sure.
Mandark.
Mandark. Apparently Glada's pissed at Jeeb still.
Yeah, for being complacent to Longo's quote-unquote death.
Oh, you know what? That nightmare scene of Jeeb's.
Okay, when that scene happened, for half a sec, I thought it was Lizelle wearing the Sheeta disguise and them doing some kinky roleplay.
I saw that and I was like, because it's a good parallel with Hanto and his mom.
I don't think Hanto has nightmares of him getting choked out by his dead mom.
Well, no, but it's still the personal debt of having to a family member. Like, he wants to find who killed his mom. Jeeb is having trauma with his own sibling.
No, but just like, I just love seeing Jeeb just trying so fucking hard and just like failing constantly. He's just like, God damn it. And I'm like, you just let it go, man. You fucking suck. And then, like, I saw in the preview, it's like he comes like Bitter Gavv, and I was just like, why?
Yeah, all right, let's talk about that.
Not just Bitter Gavv, Bari Stick Gavv.
We're finally getting Bitter Gavv Baki Stick, and the rumor was right. There was rumor about this forever ago that Jeep was gonna be Bitter Gavv Baki Stick, and it's happening. The form that has been teased in merchandise for fucking months is finally happening next episode.
Almost half a year we found out about this form. That's what's insane.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, all right.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's something that they updated in the opening. Now that I'm thinking about it, the new president. Yeah, the president's holding the dark candy instead of Longo.
Oh, I didn't notice that. But if that's a change, then there's another point in the Longo may actually be dead column.
Nah, he would have dissipated like Sheeta.
Oh, that's true!
Yeah,
I didn't think of that! That would have been hilarious!
Show me a body. No body, no death.
I always love seeing the shot of Sheeta in that group shot. She's like smiling so fucking hard, and you just see her just poof. And I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That would have been funny.
No, instead of show me a body, no death, it's tokusatsu. Show me the bouquet.
Show me an opening.
No, show me a bouquet, no gun.
Although, we have exceptions to that as well.
Oh yeah, with X-Aid, but that was because of fan...
Bouquet's next episode.
Actually, fun fact, did you guys recognize the under the bridge scene that Hanto was at? That's the same place where Baron got the Genesis driver from Malika.
Oh, cool.
Neat.
Yeah. Like same time frame as well, like sunset.
I love the shot of when after the fight started, of Valen suplexing one of the Mook down the stairs.
Yeah,
that was fun.
No, I'll always say like Valen has the most interesting fighting style.
Yep.
So like the fucking like double kick too. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, where the double drop kick.
Yeah, dude. Like I love drop kicks.
Yeah, yeah, what's his name? Kenti? No. Oh, fuck. What was the dog Grenouille's name? Kenji, that's it.
Yeah.
Like Benji.
Here, Kenji boy! Like Benji!
Ben 10?
Benji.
Yeah, look at that shit. It's so cool.
That's the shot.
The vortex.
Vortex field.
It almost looks like he's trying to fire an attack out of his asshole.
He's trying to do a Kamehameha.
He's pulling the kid muscle. He farted, and that's propelling him into the air.
No. This gimmick gives him the chocolate shits.
Oh no!
With strength and speed and flatulence.
Just reminds me of Paradox's standby. The chocolate shits. Round 1.
But yeah, I think the little kid, he drops the animal book while they're fighting, and like Rubble's about to come down because I can't remember her name, the fiance or wife, Jeeb's wife, Giselle.
Lizelle, not Giselle.
Lizelle,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, no, her name is Giselle for the rest of the series.
Oh god.
I feel like that was a missed opportunity there, or not a missed opportunity. That could have been done a bit better. Like you see him pull his disguise out, and it's just like, of course he was going to be a Grenouille. What else was he gonna?
No.
As soon as he showed up, I knew he was a Grenouille.
Like our fish. Sorry.
Let me finish.
Yep.
When the rubble comes down, it should have been, "Are you guys all right?" He comes up, and you see the Grenouille form.
Yeah.
It would have added a more dramatic effect.
I agree.
Here it's like, oh, there.
No,
it's like,
but as soon as I saw this guy, it's like, oh yeah, he showed up after like my dad died or whatever like that. I was like, he's a Grenouille. I was like, hands down, he's a Grenouille.
This brings up an interesting question. I don't know if this has been addressed before, but like, they disguise themselves as humans with the Mimic Divisor key. Does it change their physical strength or like constitution when they're in the human disguise?
No.
Because like, why would he need to reveal his monster form?
Oh, because the rubble was coming down. His monster form can probably
is
hold
bigger,
up
can
against
shield the kid better.
But no, what I'm saying is
he's
like,
just as strong. They've shown these guys show the same level of strength in their human form that they have. Like Shoma does it too, right?
Yeah.
But it's like it doesn't. Yeah, maybe it's damages the disguise or something too.
But like, if he was face down, then how would the key get damaged?
Well, maybe it's like an older key because he's mentioned he's been around for years.
Or maybe if maybe if the human disguise gets harmed, maybe that actually permanently just
like it hurts them worse.
The disguise.
I don't know.
But
remember, Rakia did a triple flip in basketball. Yeah, see, so he has the same amount of strength in the human disguise. So I feel like revealing it was largely unnecessary.
But I do like that you see Hanto. Hanto has grown as a character because when he found out Shoma was a Grenouille, he fucking clocked him out for that. Where here he's like it's all finally like putting two and two together of like you. He pulls out the pack. It's like, I know it's like, you took my mom. It's like, who is your mom again? You don't even. Oh, I'm so gonna fucking kill you, bro.
Does anyone else besides me think Hanto kind of underreacted to this?
No, because it's a like more. I feel like it's the perfect reaction.
Hanto had a moment in there of being thoroughly confused based on all of the experiences he's had up to that point. That wasn't I don't know, Gar seemed to say the scene slightly differently than I remember seeing it in the subtitles I had. But it was kind of a moment when he was like, "You killed my mom." The response was, "Oh fuck. I did that to you. Oh shit."
Yeah,
fully accepted. Yeah, I don't remember shit because that was a long time ago, and I probably did that to a lot of people. But like, no, I'm not. I accept it. I will not run away. I have to help this kid first, though. And
yeah, because
Hanto just blue screened for a minute
because he's not sure what to do, because it's like, this is a situation that, like I said, I feel like they're not going to be able to just punch their way out of it.
No, that's fine, but I just think, like, this having been Hanto's motivation the entire show, and yes, I it's not as grievous as it could have been because of the character progression thus far with having processed his mother's situation, but I still feel that the emotional response Hanto should have had to finally seeing the person who took his mother from him should have been a little more pronounced than it was.
I feel like it was the perfect amount. It's much like how, funny enough, with the whole expressing thing, Glotacine earlier in the episode, where she's yelling at Jeeb, and like, you don't really get to see her full face with the reaction. You only see glimpses of it, but like, she's still but like, when you do see Glada's face, you can tell she's like very upset at this. Like, the family has fallen apart.
The impression I got from that is I saw Glada's face, and her face looks devastated. I think her voice didn't reflect that as much as it should have. I don't think she was vocally performing the emotion that her face was portraying.
Maybe she was drunk. Maybe she was drunk. Just, Jeeb, you little shit. You fix our family.
Get mommy another wine.
Wish mommy would be able to fix us. But yeah, I'm excited that, like, this is one of those situations where I'm like, oh man, outside of the Rakia stuff, I feel like this was a really good episode.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Rakia, we didn't need the whole scene of Rakia being, oh man, my belt's broken. It's like, yeah, we know.
We also get another conversation between Shoma and that snack shop owner, who I feel like are going to develop a better relationship.
Something's wrong.
100% it's his uncle.
Could be.
Yeah, I think
because
his family.
the way that 100% it's his family.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it being, because he mentioned, like, oh, I came here as a kid and they were selling it. I feel like he left out the part of, I came here with my sister.
Oh, I can already tell where the show's gonna end. It's gonna, like, the ending is he's gonna, like, find out that that's his uncle, like his mom's brother, and then he's gonna work with him at his store.
Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't have introduced his character, like, as the show's about to come to an end.
He's been on screen too many times to not be narratively important.
Yeah.
And being, like, sort of developing into, like, an almost mentor figure, too.
Yeah.
It's just like, something's with this guy.
Maybe it's gonna be the ending like Agito is, where like he's gonna run the candy shop with him, and thus we're gonna have the last thumbnail for Gavv be Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory, but it's gonna be Comrade Gavv.
Oh god. Alright, so yes, next episode we deal with the Hanto Kenshi situation, and also Jeeb is bitter Gavv Baki stick, finally.
I really feel like that Hanto's just, like, he's gonna be mad about all this and want to take revenge, but then, like, he's just gonna kind of remember lessons he's learned from Shoma and just be like, you know what?
Well, yeah. Well, not even, like, maybe not even just that. He's gonna see that this guy has truly changed, because he's mentioned, like, he tried to interview him at the zoo.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't really want to talk that much, because I had, like, he mentioned, my life fucking sucked. Like, I did some shitty things. And him being, like, a student of this chef, it turned him around. It gave him a new lease on life. So I feel like Hanto's going to let him go.
Yeah.
And sure, I know in the preview you see the giant final hit. It's like, then again, this episode showcased, you know, Shoma about to finish off Jeeb, and like his wife came in and be like, hey, no, that's my hubby.
No.
No, you can't break my favorite toy today.
Toy?
That's my job.
You know what? No, that's what I want to see. her straight up go like, "Don't break my new toy," and he just fucking loses it. But then again, I
feel like Jeep is 100% aware at this point.
I feel like eventually Lizelle will get bored and kill Jeep herself.
Oh,
but I don't think we can have domestic violence in our kids show.
We definitely can.
If they're monsters, you know what? If they show the monster forms.
Listen, Jeep imagined his sister choking him out, and then his older sister fucking came into the room and choked him out.
Yeah, domestic abuse has been here.
Yeah.
Remember, this is a show where Shoma's mom got kidnapped and forced to bear a monster.
And Hanto's mom was thrown into a pool of acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rocky's mom.
This show is not above that sort of thing.
Yeah, and then Rocky's
but
brother.
It's okay because Happy Candy Snacky forms.
Nope. Anyways, engage.
Yeah, I guess it's time for the finale of Gozyuger. Man, I can't believe it, guys. Like, shortest Super Sentai show ever. Like, and I can't believe they had the balls to do it. I mean, like, the show literally this episode literally ends with the world ending. They lose.
This is so fun.
First, Gar, you haven't been on in a while. How's Gozyuger been for you?
All right, quick lightning round. I like Goju Wolf's signature weapon. I think it's cool that he can do black holes, in which you guys... I'm a bit upset that you guys didn't acknowledge the fact that he worked at a cafe that said black holes, and his weapon summons black holes. That's a foreshadowing there. The retro episode, that was pretty cute. I like the Zubato episode.
Did you like the joke when Unicorn tried to take out her smartphone and it was an actual phone?
Yes, that was adorable and cheeky. The Gavv Ranger tribute was fucking phenomenal.
I knew you'd like that.
I loved the Gavv Ranger tribute, especially with it being Koichi Sakamoto, the guy that did Power Rangers Wild Forces action. So it makes sense.
Nope.
We got to see the Gavv King. That was cool. It was nice seeing my ultra waifu again in a tokusatsu show as Red Racer. Though, to be totally honest, she could have been any red. Her being like Red Racer, I feel like that was just an afterthought of who we get.
No, because her character was, she wants to keep Ryugi safe, so who better knows safety than Ranger? Yeah.
It could have been any red, guys. I'm not gonna. I've seen Car Ranger. It's one of those things of
yeah, but Go 5.
It could have been Go Red. It could have been any Red Ranger, to be honest, if you want to go with the whole superhero route thing.
I meant to mention this last week, but it was so funny watching her in the Red Racer suit and hear a female voice come out of a helmet I've only ever heard Tommy's voice come out of.
Yes, I recognize the song in Gavv Ranger. That was the song that they sung the Gavv Deer in Gavv Ranger.
And yes, Lane, also TJ.
That's right. Only TJ.
What else was there? I'm not liking how fast they're going through these rings, because I feel like we're wasting potential for universe fighters.
If we don't get through them at a brisk pace, we won't get through all of them.
Well, still, Garyudo shows up to the Queen this episode. It's like, I got 3 more. He's got Turbo Ranger, Golgo 5, and 5-man's rings. It's like, great, 3 more Rangers we're not going to see
so far
until they all show up in the movie or finale.
So I'm just gonna put this one out there. So with what happened at the end of this episode, you think everybody who had rings still has the same rings?
Oh yeah, we're doing a whole ass world reset next week. Anything's possible now.
It's entirely possible that people that those Rangers are just gonna show up.
Oh, you know what? That's true. I never thought of it like that. Or maybe it'll be like a Conrad or Scissors situation where it's just gonna keep happening, the same thing over and over again.
We're just gonna keep resetting this universe repeatedly until fucking something.
Fire candle buffering was hilarious.
Yeah.
I sort of didn't like some of the writing in this episode because it felt like a lot of exposition dump.
No, I was actually super interested because we finally started getting some answers towards some of the shit from the first episode.
Yeah, yes, like I agree with that, but there's a way to do it outside of just
talking, saying things at the audience.
Yeah,
I agree.
This was pandering to the audience.
I agree that it could have been handled better, but at this point, I'll just gobble up whatever they're willing to give us.
I love that this episode just reveals the point of this show. The true villain that will bring an end to the world is generative AI. Fuck that.
And also marriage.
No, yeah. So I also found it really funny. Like, it was probably always obvious from day fucking one, but like, obviously, like the villains are all wedding themed. But then, like, I saw what they were doing, and I was like, oh, they're the wedding planners.
Wait, did I predict this?
What?
Apparently I
predicted
the AI thing.
Oh, you probably made like a joke. You're like, oh, what is taking you like AI?
Okay, so we'll talk about the lore and all that in a second. But first, I want to address. So the episode opens with, well, it's June. That means it's wedding season, which means Queen Tegajune is now at the height of her power because June is wedding season. So it's time to begin the wedding ceremony, and it starts by them gathering the 3 sacred treasures. And my brain just went, all right, outer sailor Senshi, gather the mirror, the rod, and the sword. It's a Sailor Moon S reference.
I was gonna make a stupid Mario Brothers reference where it was like the hilt, the cross, and the shield.
But yes, as Pina in our Discord points out, it's also fun that Fire Candle went to get a candelabra. Bouquet went to get a flower, and Knife and Cake went to get strawberries for a cake.
Yep.
Also, I just want to point out, like, I think Fire Candle still doesn't realize that Horu's Gozyuger Wolf.
No. He absolutely knows, because the second they saw each other, they realized, and Horu pulled out the Tegasword.
Okay. He knows that Horu is Gozyuger Wolf. He didn't realize that the butler at that fucking cafe was Horu.
That is still true.
Because he was wearing a mask.
Yes, because Candle is stupid.
Yes. This episode especially really drove that point home.
Yeah, no, Fire Candle continues to be a fucking treat.
Also, someone might be able to share it, but there was a post from their social media of Fire Candle and Bouquet doing the Gozyuger opening dance.
Oh yeah, it was on TikTok.
Love how much this man is enjoying his job.
There is an entire TikTok channel that is literally just behind the scenes shit of all the characters from Gozyuger and Gavv doing each other's fucking dances.
Yeah.
And shit.
Oh, yeah.
But the reason I wanted to bring that up is because just the smile he has in that video, I love how much this man is enjoying his job.
Yeah.
And you know what? Speaking of production, if we're going to talk about production quickly, loading the screenshot. Look how nice the camera focus is on this shot.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a good focus shot.
And they kind of breezed through it real quick, but there was one line mentioning, like, oh shit, you figured out where our base is. So I wonder if that's going to play into the plot at any point going forward now that they know where the base is.
No, because the world got reset.
Oh, well, it could be possible that they end up in the same space.
The world got reset, Ichi. It's Kamen Geats all over again.
I know,
the world got reset, but the implication was that the bad guys didn't.
Well, we'll see what gets reset and what ends up the same in the next episode.
So then we get some stuff.
Right. Someone brought it up in the chat. The Mook, like, they know where they live.
Yeah.
They brought letters.
Well, I think what happened was the Gozyugers didn't know that the bosses knew where their base was.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows? Like, I don't think they know that the Ding Dongs
literally showed up to the fucking cafe.
Also, okay, fuck it. Fuck whatever I was saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
they've been there.
Okay, so Tegajune starts giving us the lore dump, and we find out. So apparently, Tegajune was created by humans, created as the ultimate AI, mimicking Tegasword with the power to create worlds. Now, this is interesting because they basically say that their goal is to create a superior copy of the human world. Now, remember, in episode 1, Fire Candle shows up and says, is this one of the worlds we created? So that leads me to think that the world this show is taking place in is the copy of the human world. And they're trying to make this world into their perfect world.
Oh, that was a mistranslation?
What?
Oh.
Then what was he saying?
Yeah.
God damn it. I finally get so close to piecing together what's happening.
I just like to think of, like, turns out I'm the asshole.
The world that created us. Okay, well, that makes a bit more sense.
Gar, you're the Sentai guy, so I'd like to think Tegajun is one of the first, like, female mechs since, like, what, like Magi Mother?
Was she a mech?
Magi Mother didn't have a mech.
She didn't have a Zord?
No, she did not have a Zord.
Or did she just grow big?
She just grew big.
Oh, that's why I'm getting. Okay, so then
Zenkai Majin.
Oh yeah, Zenkai Majin. Okay, yeah. So there we go. So Tegajun is one of the first of only a couple female mechs.
You know what? I will say this. For her being the whole AI thing, the fact that her suit was CGI against Tegazord, who was a real suit. Okay, I like that bit.
That was actually a very fun choice, I think.
No, I didn't even realize that it was CGI. I actually thought it was a suit.
Well, yeah, because
she was way too fluidly animated.
Yes, but Toei has finally figured out how to do proper CGI, unlike Super Zenkaiyo and Zenkaiger. That was real.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Most mechs don't have gender. This is not Digimon.
Also, the fucking ding-dongs just all lined up and just, like, ringing like bells. That was amazing.
That was fun.
You know what,
guys?
This episode sort of felt like 2 episodes to me, at least.
Sorta.
Like, the whole gathering the items was the one episode. And then the whole wedding thing felt like another. Like, it felt odd to watch this episode because I was watching this like earlier today, and it felt like this episode was going on a lot longer than it should have. But I think that might also be because there's no Monster of the Week.
And speaking of Monster of the Week, another thing mentioned in Tegajun's lore drop is the reason for the no ones. She was creating them so she could find someone worthy enough to pilot her during the wedding ceremony.
You know what? I'm just gonna get it out of the way. All right, is it cool that it's an AI thing? Sorta. Does it automatically date this show? Yes.
I mean, AI isn't a new thing.
Yeah,
well, it's not a new thing, but just it's relevant.
Well, that's always been the thing, right? Like Toei tries to stick with the times, so.
Yeah, but like it's not gonna hold up in like 10 years.
I just think it's
But it's like in Gavv when like every single time like they need to look into something like a grenade or something, Sachika just immediately goes to social media because that's how you get information nowadays.
Well, yeah, but we've been using social media for modern social media for like the last 20 years. Doing that, where AI has more become a modern thing.
It's terrifying how advanced AI is getting now. Like 2 years ago, it was like on a shitty art thing, and now it's just like, fuck. It's terrifying.
But so yeah, they show up and they start like manipulating people into feeding the applause that they need to power their portals, which is an interesting thing. And then Tegajun descends into the scene on a fucking giant magical portal staircase.
Hey, Wario Spindle called. He wants his stairs back.
They did just like immediately vanish. So, assumption dead, not confirmed.
Well, I mean, again, world got reset.
Yeah, so none of this matters anymore.
It doesn't matter. Everything doesn't matter anymore. The world got reset.
Oh my god, you killed those people. Doesn't matter. They're here to fuel the birth of a new world.
You know what?
They will be reborn in our new world.
You know what? Fuck it.
World.
I'm stealing the Team 4-star bit. Well, we did it, everyone. Our world was avenged. But it's still gone. Oh well.
So Tegajun shows up, and now we found out what the actual relationship between them is. When this show first started, we started theory crafting, and the thought that I had, and some other people
left
probably
hand talks to the right hand.
I thought that they were like previously in a relationship and they were exes, but no, it turns out Tega June was created because she was created as a copy of Tegasord. She never met him, but wanted to surpass him. So when they showed up in this episode and start interacting, this is them meeting for the first time. Tegasord knows that Tega June exists, but it's like he's creeped out by her because of her desire to surpass him. So it's
wait a minute.
This creepy stalker bitch.
And so they held a shotgun wedding.
Hold on.
With the shotgun.
Does that mean Tega June is the Mewtwo to Tegasord's Mew?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Also, like, I'm looking at Tega June and everything that happened in this episode. I'm like, like that color scheme and like ability to change the world. Where have I seen that before? Wait a minute.
Oh god, it's Geats 9 again.
It's Geats 9!
But yeah, like
welcome back, Geats 9.
Mentioning that Tega June is like Mewtwo kind of fits, because in this episode they mentioned that Tega June was made by humans. We tried to create
I was created.
We tried to create the ultimate megazord.
We tried to recreate God.
And we succeeded.
Which means that Gozu Tyranno is gonna try to destroy Tega June so hard because literally it's like blasphemy on the actual Tegasord.
Oh yes,
like you are a fake Tegasord.
The stock transformation of Tega June from hand to Megazord mode being set with the church as the background. Fucking genius!
Oh, right. So I guess that means, if this was adapted into Power Rangers, we couldn't sell it as a gun mode. We would have to call it a tank mode. That's a Transformers joke, everyone.
Also, so she ends up choosing, Kuon as her pilot because, of course, he is. Which makes it especially creepy when these two robots are being put into this forced marriage. And then it becomes doubly creepy when Kuon declares, as in the screenshot, "Let's get married, Horu!" And I'm like, brother, I know you're not technically talking about marrying your brother, not brother, whatever, but it doesn't help.
No.
Sweet home Alabama.
Tell me, what are we fighting for?
You're losing us again, man.
So, like, Tega June takes full control of Tegazord as they're clashing, and they just start, like, dancing. And then I guess Kuon decides he's the minister at the wedding. "I now pronounce you Zord and wife. You may now kiss and end the world." And then we get... There is now, unfortunately, footage in Super Sentai of two Megazords kissing.
Wouldn't be the first time.
And because two mechs fucked, they created a polar bear.
Well, I mean, Lane, it's better. You said it better than how most of the internet said it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
that's proving that.
I'm not going to go into details about it, but I'm just going to say. A lot of you need to go touch some fucking grass.
I love that the show is now teaching children that kissing makes babies.
I mean, I want to see someone make a video out there of just having like the Tegasord toy and the Tega June and just going
like Barbie and Ken dolls.
No, I want someone to recreate the scene from Family Guy where it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with the two toys. But instead of Lois and Peter, it's the Tega June Tegasord and just smashing them together.
Yep. Remember, kids, marriage is bad.
I thought this show was supposed to be solving the Japan's declining birth rate, not making kids scared of marriage.
No. It definitely wants to improve the birth rate. It's just they stopped caring about the marriage half of that.
Bastards!
Have babies, but don't get married.
Oh my goodness, that's what we can call him, Goju Bastard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious when you realize that Goodburn is like half robot, half AI. Good bastard.
We can call him GB for short.
Yeah, GB.
Good guess. Gozy bastard.
Oh, that got Ichi. That's awesome. Yeah, he's a demigod. You're not wrong, Seven. You're not wrong at all.
He's the child of a Megazord god and an AI Megazord.
He is Mew 3.
Finally, we get Mew 3.
Mew and Mewtwo fucked, and now we have Mew 3.
Just like the legends from the playground.
And then if either Tegazord or Tegajune combine to each other, we'll either get Mega Mewtwo X or Mega Mewtwo Y.
So yeah, the narrator literally goes, and thus the world came to an end.
Just that picture, I like to think Shoma's just right there to Goodburn. Want to talk about it, buddy?
Yeah, because they're both half children of two different creatures.
And in both cases, the Union wasn't willing.
God, that Gozu polar suit looks
children
so...
of rapists!
That Gozu polar suit looks so good, man.
Yeah.
Rad suit.
Looks like Fisto from He-Man. Shouldn't surprise anyone that there's a character named Fisto in He-Man.
No.
Yeah, it really does.
What is child support? Oh, yeah, no, I like to think this is going to be like Goodburn trying to get like approval from like either his father or his mother, and like both of them are going to be like, what? No.
It's just fucking Tegazord comes up to Haru. I have to live in your apartment for a few weeks.
No, also, when Tegazord was fighting, his chest started blinking. I'm like, what are you, a fucking Ultraman?
I saw that! I was like, what the fuck is this color timer bullshit?
Be-doo, be-doo, oh, be-doo. Can you play the you bitch button?
Hold on, let's see if I still have it. Yep.
You bitch! Yeah, you bitch!
I mean, it's better than what actually happened.
Oh my god.
It ended with a bang, and then there was a baby.
Big bang!
Baby.
Super Zenkai time!
So next week we get the debut of Gozu Polar, the apparently the true protagonist of the show.
Yeah, it feels like they're doing a whole world reset. Gozu Polar is the new protagonist, and honestly, I'm kind of into it.
I have a really strong feeling Gozu Polar is gonna have a really raw as fuck debut illness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this guy's just gonna show up and just steal the whole fucking thing.
Let's just hope he's a better actor.
Gozu Wolf will return in the summer movie.
Gozu Wolf will return in Endgame.
I just love that poster for promoting the next arc, where like Gozu Wolf is like up at the top and like his colors are faded out, as it almost implies he fucking died.
Oh no, not that he died. He's being covered in the snow.
Yeah.
But yeah, now all this shit happened, and now I'm just like, where are we going from this?
Yeah, this is
see,
look, these are the two posters side by side. It's almost the exact same poster, but with Wolf and Tegazord.
It is the exact same poster, just they swapped out.
That's so funny. Poses. That's so funny. I love that.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Also, I don't know if it's gonna be significant, but like all 5 of the main Rangers got their rings taken, or like Kuan took Horu's and the other 4 disappeared. So we'll see what happens after the world reset.
Oh, that might be why. That might be why Horu's not there. His got taken specifically.
Yeah.
So maybe Garyudo still has it.
Yeah.
And therefore he probably still remembers. Transform.
Yeah.
But
all the others, theirs
disappeared with the world reset, so they probably get them back as part of the reset. But Horu doesn't get his powers.
Well, think of it this way: maybe Horu still has his memories of the previous world,
and this is how we fix everything.
Because in the preview, we see all the other characters like doing their own thing, in which Green's back in his regular body.
Back to old man. Yeah, but I did see Gozu Wolf in his suit in the preview, so he gets his power back in some way.
Also, we totally forgot to mention the whole bouquet scene.
Oh yeah, that was cute. That was cute.
It was cute. It's like, oh, that bouquet's cute. The whole she feels upset that like she loves this man. But she's upset that the world is The world's ending.
Yeah, she's like, I can't love you knowing that the world's like fucked.
Yeah. Although the fact that they bothered to do this scene at all makes me feel like after they inevitably fix the world reset, maybe there will be some further progression with that.
Oh, you know, Bouquet and him are gonna be a fucking thing, and then like Fire Candle and Horror are gonna be like the best of buds.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, 100%.
The bear on his shoulder.
Oh, it's so cute, man. I can't get over. He looks like Hanto and Rakia just fused.
All right. Well, next episode, we will see what happens post-world reset and the debut of Kumade Mashiro, Gozyuger Polar, and his best friend, the Gozyuger Bastard.
The Gozyuger Bastard.
Decker, you can say fuck late. No, it's not if they fucked, it's if they fused.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of it now. Just like, so what are you supposed to be? Gozyuger Polar or something? Gozyuger? What are you talking about?
What the fuck is a Gozyuger?
Guys, I'm a Power Ranger.
I'm Dune Polar.
I'm the Ice
Polar Ranger.
I'm the Ice Bear Ranger.
You know, Go Polar Ranger, the theme song everyone knows.
Go Polar Rangers, done by Wasserman Ron.
You know in this shot right here, he's like, "Oh, I'm Gozy Wolf," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a polar bear. I fucking eat you."
Not in that way.
I will eat you.
All right, very cool.
Outsiders.
Feature topic time.
Featured topic.
Okay, I know this happens in the 7th episode. I know it happens in the 7th episode. I love Guy, like Conrad Thouser, so much. She's like my favorite character from 01. But I had no problem seeing him get fucking suplexed by fucking evil. That was awesome. I was like, you deserve that.
My biggest problem through most of the Outsiders series is it's so fucking hard to keep track of loyalties and allegiances and who's on whose side and who's fighting who. And this episode is the one where we finally get rid of all of that bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Because...
Like, I'm sitting here being like, oh, Foundation X had Evolt's DNA, and so they made a clone of him. And
why?
I'm just sitting
For
here.
science!
No, and I'm sitting here like, you guys really think a clone of Evolt's gonna fucking stay loyal to whatever the fuck you're planning? I don't think so. Do you know this motherfucker?
Well, surprisingly, he did. He was loyal to Ekal.
To be fair, the major reason for that is like, oh, you wanna blow shit up too and destroy the universe? I'm on board with that. That's my whole thing.
I can get behind that.
You want to blow up everything? Fuck yeah,
God.
let's do this!
Evil X fixes everything that was wrong with freaking Black Hole Evil.
No.
Correct.
No.
No, I'm sorry, Guard. This fixes everything. The color scheme is perfect. It's such a good suit.
It doesn't matter. It's a fucking clone.
It is a clone, so it being having a form that is a clone of another form is hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk for a second about how this series, this random ass fucking series they made, kind of does just close off that whole Foundation X shit they've had in the background for fucking over a decade now?
I'm so glad we resolved Foundation X's plotline that's been going on since Double.
15 years, Raven.
I know, I know it's over a decade. That much I knew, but I was like 15. Yeah, okay, sounds about right. No, man, I wanna. If we ever get we're never gonna fucking get the answer to Naruto, though, are we?
No.
Gar, you're a 03 fan, aren't you?
Maybe.
I'm not a big fan of 03. Like
Zero 3 is a little too much.
What it is on paper and stuff like that, it's great, but I'm not a fan of 03.
It's not my favorite colors, but I think objectively it is a very cool suit. Like
get what
the
they're
antenna,
doing.
the shoulders, the fact that it's a V3 reference, very poignant. Especially when he did his Big Bang attack and you see the scarves come out.
Oh yeah.
Also, my face lit up so hard when I saw George. I was like, "Oh, George,
yeah.
my boy!"
And as we learn, apparently he was the one who built the Zane driver.
It makes so much goddamn sense.
Yep.
I'll be totally honest. I liked episode 6. I liked where this was going. I felt like episode 7 dropped the fucking ball.
Well, we'll get through this bit by bit.
Decker, I don't give a shit that George was only in Outsiders for 3 episodes. I'm just happy to keep getting more George.
So
that's all I care about.
The villain plot leading up to this, as far as we understood it, was that they wanted to bring back Kamen Rider Chronicle, and then the second that becomes a genuine threat, they immediately resolve it by having Misora, famous internet idol, get on Twitch and tell everyone to not play it.
Dude, I was not expecting Misora to show up. I was like, because I saw the cafe, the inside, and I was like, where have I fucking seen that? And then I just look at and see and notice it's Misora in the center of the shot.
I immediately recognized Cafe
God.
Nashita. Build is my favorite show.
No, I know, but then I saw Misora and I was like, oh my fucking God. I was not expecting that.
So yeah, the part of this episode that confused me loyalty-wise was like, so all of the Guy was assembling the Outsiders to fight against Zane, and I know I've probably talked about this every time we've talked about Outsiders, but the idea was that Guy was assembling the Outsiders to fight against Zane, because Zane, who was created as ideally a instrument of justice, its sense of justice twisted too far and it started becoming destructive. So in order to prevent a future where Zane basically eliminates humanity, Guy assembles the Outsiders to fight Zane. And over the course of the show, they each get their new forms, they fight their various threats, and the idea was to assemble them into a team to defeat Zane. Immediate confusion when Guy walks into the Foundation X lab immediately after seeing Evol X help Zane escape. You can understand why my confusion was peaking there.
But it's super funny in the end when like Guy thought that he had everything under his control and like it was his plan and everything, and then it just
goes, "No, fuck you, I'm the villain."
Yeah, no, and Guy's like, "Wait, so the Outsiders were never actually a thing?" And it's like, "No, you idiot."
Yeah, so this guy from Foundation X, Ekal, it turns out he's the villain of the show the whole time, where he reveals that he's the one who's been manipulating Zane into being destructive. He's the one who wants to take Zane control of Zane himself, and the reason he wants to do that is the same exact reason Thanos snapped half the population.
Also, I didn't realize the guy with like the red highlights in his hair, his name was Joseph.
His name is Joseph Rando, and he's been a thing ever since the Spectre Blades crossover.
What, isn't he
he's not just Joseph. He's a rando.
Yeah, he's a Joseph Rando.
Joseph Rando.
He's been in these specials and previous episodes as far back as the Blade Spectre crossover. I specifically remembered him. So the idea is that they were using Sakurai Yuto in order to develop Zane's AI and power up the system and collect all of the powers from the various riders that it fought over the course of its use.
It's like in Smash Brothers when you fucking place like down like a Smash amiibo and then you start fighting it and it just learns as you're like, wow.
So the idea was that Ekal was letting Yuto test and use and power up the Zane power set so he could eventually take it for himself for his own purposes. And he was the villain all along.
Yeah. Also, I just love that like Guy walks into the Gemu Corporation and like Dan's like working on a fucking game and Guy's just like spouting all this shit to Dan and Dan just looks up to him and he's just like, would you shut the fuck up? Like I'm trying to work on something.
I'm trying to make a video game here.
Are you working on something to help fight Zane? He's like, no, I'm working on a new game for my company.
No, I'm programming a dating sim.
I honestly can't remember. Was Brain always like this?
No. Well, here's the thing. In Drive, he was like that to Heart. but he wasn't.
He was pretty gay for heart.
He was not as extreme as in this series.
No,
but then
he was gay for heart.
In Outsiders, he gets transmitted from his Roid Mute body into a Humagear body, and then falls in love with Sakurai Yuto, and that's when it goes off the wall.
Like that. Like that's what I can see it being. Just like, bam, like new Humagear body. Which it was funny to see the Humagear stand up, cross its legs, and I'm like, what's going on? And it's his brain. Like, give me the game.
It was so funny that, like, as Guy and Dan are having this conversation, Brain decides to warp his personality into the separate Humagear body that's sitting there, instead of just entering the building like a normal person.
It's quicker that way.
It's Brain. It's what a brain do.
So that means wherever he was before he warped, there's just now a Humagear body in a heap on the floor.
That's nothing new.
No.
Unfortunately, you're probably right.
That doesn't surprise anyone anymore. Like,
So in this post-Zero-One world, there's Humagear parts all over the street. It's like Detroit.
Random Humagear on the road. Yeah, that's just a Tuesday.
It's like Detroit. There's Android parts everywhere.
So Dan finishes his new game,
Tokimeki Bridal, and we see an actual fucking commercial for it. It's legit a dating sim game.
Yeah, and then like freaking Brain's just like, I want to fucking play it. And Dan's like, someone appreciates my genius. And he's like, yeah.
And that was a funny scene. And this is also skipping ahead a little bit, but it's so hilarious that the only thing that amounts to was Brain played Tokimeki Bridal so hard that he fixed Sakurai Yuto's personality.
Like
what?
Brain did not 100% that game. He 200%ed that game.
He had two of the gadgets in his fucking ears when he showed up later.
That's why I say he 200%ed that game.
He platinumed it for both PC and PlayStation.
Yeah, no, that's the equivalent of like I played every single version of this game on every platform possible and 100%ed it.
I am the platform.
I will say this: it was nice seeing flashback scenes to Kamen Rider Deno.
Yes, of like him and Irie.
Yeah, him and Irie. It's like
that was episode
Red.
Yeah, episode Red.
Yeah, it was episode Red because I
love that trilogy.
I love Action Zero 2010 edition. The soft version of that song.
When I saw those scenes, those flashbacks, I'm like, oh hey, your actor's now actually old enough to play older Yuto.
Yeah.
I think they had
without having his face covered by the hat the whole time.
But I think they had a missed opportunity to have like a shot of Yuto's actor
wearing the hat.
That outfit. Yeah, I would have made my entire fucking life, dude.
Amazing. That would have been so fun.
You're old enough to do that now. It's been long enough.
Wait, Deneb didn't show up 0 out of 10.
Yeah,
that's true.
Also no, you know what? He's in the Zero Liner making snacks for Yuto.
There was that scene where like he got after he turns into Zeranos, where he fights a bit and then he like gets attacked, and then you see like a cloud of dust. It would have been so funny if he just was in Vega form when he comes back. It's like, oh, Deneb was inside the Zero Liner.
Yeah,
I will say this: the Zeranos suit still holds up. That's at least good.
And he did the catchphrase.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go his final form though.
Probably don't have the suit anymore for that, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's just the same suit, but like a rustic red.
Yes.
It's like rusted instead of green. But
Zero form, yeah.
I was half expecting because it's this show for just Zeranos to get like a power up form.
Yeah, everyone else got a new form.
Yeah, it gets a brand new power up form suddenly out of nowhere.
Like a Zane power up or something, because he was gonna whip the Zane driver into like a pocket dimension where no one could get it, and we're like, haha, fuck you, mine.
Okay, so now I want to talk about this because like this is fascinating. So George ends up meeting up with Zine. And Zine's now, I guess, the head of the DGP.
Well, he mentioned he came from a future where he runs the DGP, and he's changed it into the Desire Royale, which is the alternate DGP from some of the movies.
Yeah, so then, like...
and yes, also he's alive again.
Well, then I guess this is like an alternate version of him, right?
Probably.
So this isn't like the actual Zine we know.
Yeah.
So...
Like I said, the series just gave up.
But yeah, so then Decker, if you have a picture of our list of outsiders, I'd appreciate you
the
posting
screenshot with them all on their screen.
Yeah, because I need to talk. I want to talk about this because it's just really funny.
Or just that shot.
I mean that works also, but I spent like the stat ones. So our team of outsiders here consists of freaking Kamen Rider Disaster. Wait, actually, I'll go left to right. So we have Garen King form, Kamen Rider 03, Kamen Rider Horby,
who needs no new form. He's just that badass.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're Seiji the Kaiwa, of course.
Yeah.
You also forgot Juga from the far left.
Oh yeah, Juga on the far left, Oja Survive, Arc Thouser, Kamen Rider Disaster, Kamen Rider Brain, Kamen Rider Xeranos, Genmu Muso, and then just
Hyper Fumetsu.
Yeah, and then just fucking randomly the King of the Orphanoch.
The Arc Orphanoch. I was saying this entire time while Raven and I were watching.
So out of place.
Why is he here? Does he look like a rider?
Because we had the suit somewhere. We had the suit hanging out, so we just figured, why the fuck not?
I think it should have been Kaiza, honestly.
Nah.
No, I think it should have been Kaiza.
I think he fits the same profile of villain that the rest of these guys fall into.
That's also the really funny thing, that there is not a single primary rider in this team.
Because they're all outsiders.
Lane. Yeah. It's called Outsiders.
Also, if you want to get, also we could be.
I just find it funny.
We could be super pedantic and say 03 could count as a 01 form.
Yeah, the Zine Gazer, it's a cool suit.
Okay,
I'm gonna stay with Ichi on this. I still could do without the fucking card in the head.
We're gonna talk. Okay, so we'll talk about this now. So yeah, Zine gets a new form, a brand new belt, the laser rays driver, and becomes Kamen Rider Zine Gazer. You fucking had to keep the stupid card head.
Because that's Zine's thing.
I know. I know why, but I don't like it. Other than that,
it's just Gazer again.
Other than that, the suit is fine. Love the color scheme. The eyeball gimmicks are still there, and they still do it. It's great. One note I had: why are we calling it Zine Gazer and not Gazing?
Yeah. Oh my god, Ichi.
You know why?
Anyway,
say that name again.
I know, but it's a pun and it works because gazing.
But just it's not a good pun when you say it out loud.
Also, I really loved when Zane was fighting 03 and he uses like Geats 9 abilities. That was really fucking cool.
Oh no, what's funny was when Zane showed up with the freaking Omazeo card. It's like, we're fucked. We're game over, guys. We're done.
No, it wasn't Omazeo. Yeah, it wasn't Oma. It was Grand Zeo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I want to bring that up. That was my favorite fucking thing about these episodes. So he uses the Grand Zeo card, and then like he actually like gains the powers of Grand Zeo, and he even taps on the right like parts of that would be on the suit to summon. And this is hilarious to fight Xeranos. He summons Deno sword form, Zeo himself, because they're both like, you know, primary writer from Deno, the show he's from, Zeo because he's another time traveler, but then Hibiki, which is just a really funny callback.
I didn't. I didn't process that.
Yeah.
Okay, we were watching it and it was like, all right, Deno, cool, because he's fighting Xeranos. Yeah. Zeo makes sense because he's using Zeo's powers. Hibiki seemed a really weird choice until Sarah Z in our chat mentioned, right, because his actor was in Hibiki.
And also in Zeo.
In Zeo, they bring up the thing of like, oh, Hibiki. It's like, who? I'm Sakurai Yuto.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yep. So yeah, I love that. It was a good callback to him, his actor being Hibiki. So I'm like,
It's like Grease in the Heisei Generations Forever movie. Just, are you Otari? Who?
Otoya.
Are you Otoya? Who?
But yeah, it's funny that like Guy and George like team up and then they like get summoned to the Desire Royale and they like expect everyone else to show up and no one does, and it's like, wait, what happened? Oh, we sent someone out to give the invitations and apparently they sent Baroba.
That was their first mistake. Sending Baroba to do anything, and B, expecting all of these assholes to play nice and do as they're told.
My favorite is like her going up to try to recruit Oja, and Oja's just like, no, I do whatever the fuck I want, and then he walks off, and I just imagine him just like, well, off to go murder more people.
That's what Raven said.
Basically, well, time to go murdering.
So basically, all of them are just legit. We're just like, no, I do what the fuck I want. Fuck you.
I love Tara Z in our chat. Asakura, I'm not doing this shit again. Last time I played in a Rider murder game, it didn't go well.
He was in Dokenger season 4.
Yup.
So
Gunned
wild,
down.
Man. So wild.
He was great in Dokengers.
Okay, it's great. You know, it's sort of funny that like they all rejected it.
And then they all show up anyways because fuck you.
But that scene dragged on. Like that scene just dragged because it's the same thing over and over again. Just do it, no, do it, no, do it. I'm busy.
But I think the King of the Orthodox was the funniest to me. It was just because he's just like, I'm the king of the evolution of humanity. Fuck you.
We're gonna kill humans later.
Yeah.
And then even
Baroba's like, you're not even a Kamen Rider.
Why am I here? She's echoing the same thing we are. So why do it?
Because we got the suit.
Can we? I want to talk about the Evil X head chain because, like, holy shit! Like, Evolt's actor VA was just going so ham.
I love that they did the same thing with the black hole henshin where he disappears temporarily.
No, but I love that he says like Cho Kawaii, like Cho Kawaii.
It's like, wow, super scary.
Yeah, I was like, that's like, it's just Evil just being like so trollsy, and I'm like, I fucking love it. I love it so much.
But yeah, just Zane teams up
with himself. Yeah, and it's
disco dancing with myself. Outrageous.
Like, now you think they would be smart enough to just like, oh, we made like 3 others additional Zane suits to like make this look more practical. No.
Zine. It's so funny that this is Zine versus Zane.
Zane.
Before this all happens, Zine mentions when they're trying to recruit the outsiders for the Zine game or whatever the fuck. At one point, they do mention that one of the objectives is whichever rider kills the most Zanes wins. So it already sounds like he's expecting there to be copies of Zane. And then they just show up. And surprisingly, you'd think a super AI would be like, I'm not taking orders from an alternate version of myself. But no, they are surprisingly able to play well with each other. Because we don't have time for that kind of conversation. We're at the climax of the series.
Oh, hey, look, villain riders. Dispensing justice.
Yeah.
Basically.
I wonder...
Go ahead, Gar, sorry.
I wonder which one of them was the one Gotchard.
I don't know.
Also, what happened to Bono?
Didn't he get murdered?
I don't remember. It's been so bad. Oh yeah, he's dead. Okay. Yeah.
Again. I was about to say.
He went from gold to bronze drive.
Yeah, because he got turned into bronze drive and then he got murdered again.
Oh, he's in Brain's iPad. Okay. God, it's been so long. Like we've watched Outsiders over the course of, like, I swear to God, like 2 years.
Yeah.
So did everyone else that watch Outsiders. You know what?
There was a large gap between episodes.
You know what? That's a con about Outsiders. It took too long.
Yeah.
To come out. That's con number 1. Con number 2. This last episode sucked.
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was fine.
They
needed
to conclude it. That's part. What else were you expecting in a show that was mostly just we're debuting a bunch of new forms for all these different characters,
so we can sell figures of them.
So hey, what's the last episode gonna be except a giant fucking fight with all of the things?
And also, it sounds like there might be more Outsiders later.
Yeah, it's definitely
please no.
They will return. Question mark.
Outsiders Endgame.
Like, I know it's obvious that like Kuroto Dad is fucking insane, but oh my god, the whole time he was fucking head shaved as fucking Gavv. He just kept saying, I'm immortal, and I'm like, shut up, we know.
And then it was hilarious how, like, at the end, as Z
everybody else
is
just posing all serious, and Dan's just like
headbanging, like, yeah,
like
flailing around, headbanging. It's great.
I'm sitting here watching like Gemu do all this shit, and I'm just like, no wonder Gar fucking hates this man. I understand.
I was just taking so much pleasure in watching Guy get his ass fucking beat.
That
literally every time Guy opened his mouth in these 2 episodes, I was like, "Fuck off, Guy." Fuck off,
no,
Guy.
As much as I'm like a huge Thouser fan, I love Guy. I was like, Guy, there's so many better characters in this show than you. I'm sorry. That's why, like, I had no problem seeing him get suplexed by fucking Evil. I was like, nah, it's fine. He deserves it. But God, Arc Thouser is such a fucking cool looking suit.
And so, like, after the battle, we cut to Guy who's like starting a brand new company and buying a new office building.
And Tachibana has like the Zane driver, and he's just like, I am the one who will Zane.
No, he has all the cards back, because I remember that the thing was he was the one who collected the powers from all the other riders, and he mentioned that they were borrowing them for the sake of the Zane experiment. So although it had the vibe of like, finally my collection is complete.
I see all those cards and I'm just like, he just opens up. Wait a minute, these aren't the board cards. Oh no, not again.
You know who I really think could defeat Zane once and for all? I think it could be Kamen Rider Legend. I think Legend's the one to do it.
Oh god, Legend will absolutely show up in the next Outsiders arc.
I fucking hope so. I need Legend to show up.
You know what's going to turn into? Ichi, do you remember that Red Ranger Isekai anime, right?
Yes.
Remember the fight where they just kept spouting all their gimmick stuff?
Yep.
That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be just a giant, like, I'm gonna throw this. Oh, I'm gonna throw that. You're just gonna hear the trinkets go on for hours.
Trinket.
I will say, I'm genuinely surprised there wasn't a lot of that in this big final climactic fight. There was some, but it was not like to the point where you were hearing a call out for a final attack going off every second of the battle.
Because the directing sucked for this final fight. The fact that there's just one giant establishing shot showing 3 of the Zanes get captured was so fucking lazy.
Well, that's why they needed Koichi Sakamoto to direct this.
Well, no, Sakamoto was busy doing Wingman.
We need to go back to Wingman. Fuck, dude.
We never started Wingman.
Did we? Oh no, we just watched it.
Yeah.
My bad.
We'll get around to it when the manga's done.
Okay. You got it. Anyways, I enjoyed these episodes. I feel like once I know Outsiders is like done, I think I actually might just like rewatch it in its entirety, and then I'll be like, now I get it.
I did rewatch it when episode 7 came out, but that was months ago.
I think it's also just like,
what, Decker?
Like you just can't watch Outsiders episode 1. No, you gotta watch. You have
to watch the Genmu's specials, the Spectre Blade special.
The adaptation adapted all 8 characters.
Yeah.
But that's why we can't watch Wingman yet, because I'm like all the way up to chapter 50 of Wingman. Otherwise, what's the point of reading the rest if it's just going to spoil the show? You catch my drift?
Yes.
Cool. Anyway, so the DGP just like goes back to whatever the fuck they were doing, and I love that like Zine looks over to Baroba and he's like, "So did you find a new favorite?" And she goes, "Nope." And then you hear a fucking moo sound because Buffa. Sometimes the power of evil can save the world. All right, we don't need to get preachy. Wrap it up.
I'll get off the cross. We need the wood.
Yeah, so that was Kamen Rider Outsiders. It was just a great big Super Smash Brothers side special for longtime Kamen Rider fans like us. It may not have made narrative sense most of the time, but I had a blast watching it.
It's just a fun thing. That's
like Ichi said, like before when we talked about Outsiders from at the beginning. It's like if you've been a long-time Rider fan, like you're gonna catch all the fucking references and shit they do. So like that's like I saw like he summoned TBK and I was like, I get it.
Two Outsiders, too furious.
Two Outsiders, too furious.
After watching it, I'm in a mixed bag about it.
Gar's like, this is why I watch Ultraman and Sentai more.
Oh no! It's great to have like a mini series that is like devoted to like expanding these characters outside the show.
Yeah, agreed.
I just think we don't need to sell a premium Bandai item for every fucking episode.
Oh, it's still a toy commercial, dude. They still need
That's how they're funding the show.
Yeah, that's how they're funding the show.
It's not on TV. They don't get ad revenue. They
finally gave us the Zane driver, and it's a fucking shitty ass toy.
And it's way too expensive.
But, just saying, Subaraya can go make a giant crossover with all the Ultra Heroes and put it on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
With subtitles. Come on, Toei, you can step up and do better.
Make the big ass crossover and then put them all on crosses.
Yeah, I was like, I have some awareness of the Ultraman's penchant for being crucified.
Still waiting for Ultra Galaxy Fight 4, guys.
Someday.
Alrighty.
6th anniversary.
That will be Castranger for another week.
Woo!
Chikai! Radio Sentai Castranger! Oh, sick shit! Next week's featured topic is Sentai Daishikaku, episodes 9 and 10.
Hell yeah.
I've been watching the second season, and it's been good.
So to essentially say it, we're wrapping up Sentai Daishikaku this month.
Yay.
So we're watching 9 and 10 next week, and then 11 and 12 the following week. It was going to be episodes 9 through 12, so I'm like,
2 weeks from now.
That's a lot.
that's a lot. I'm going to stretch it out to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'll be here for.
I don't want to watch 3. I don't want to watch like 3 hours of Sentai Daishikaku.
All right. Shout out to our currently active patrons. That includes Blaze, Armorhide, Midas the Fool, Vegas Bear, and Locke. Thank you very much for supporting what we do. As always, let us know what you thought of these episodes in the comments. Let us know what you would like us to talk about in the future. Thank you for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. Primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Patreon, merch store, all of our cool shit. Thank you all once again, and we will see you next week!
Stay hydrated, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye!